I've got about 9 meetups per month. I just want to give you an update. I've got about 9 meetups per month that I do now for networking. I'm running one of them at Ciao Bella in the Bloomington area. And I have a lot of seasoned professionals that have been in the business for 16 to 35 years, for example. I look forward to seeing a few of you out there as well. I've been continuing to study headlines on CNBC and Zero Hedge. And the one that's catching my attention right now is not necessarily the most exciting, but it's the one that I think is kind of interesting. It's the idea that the central banks, Japan and China, are no longer buying up a bunch of U.S. Treasury bonds, and because of supply and demand, I think what we're seeing now is there's a demand to have to get the demand back up. You got to have the yields back up, the yield return, and when that happens, it makes the previous bonds at lower rates get discounted because they offer lower yields. And when those yields go up, in general, interest rates go up on business loans and maybe even home loans, from my understanding. And what people have leveraged money that they've borrowed to invest in the stock market, as well as businesses underlying have interest that they're paying on loans, that they're paying on business loans and so forth. And what ends up happening is that can hurt the price to earnings ratios of these companies. Maybe they're not as efficient anymore at this point. So what ends up happening is you can see these assets in the stock market and so forth go down in value. And that's kind of a big deal because we saw a 10% correction here in the last week, so that was kind of a big deal. I'm going to continue to work on the Reinvest brand with my Facebook group, the socials that I have, Reinvest socials, I have at Ciao Bella. I will continue to do that as well. We're going to have some an online RIA coming out that will be able to train and teach people in the investing world, generally focused on just real estate. More news on that is coming in the future. I look forward to talking to you guys about that. I will be working with David Wang on that. We will be working on some growth strategies and getting some people trained in at a higher level, because a lot of times people are just going to meetups every couple months or so, maybe as frequent as monthly. And I know people need some additional training and support groups to connect to people more frequently than that, and they need it kind of broken down on a level that makes sense for them in various concepts such as foreclosures, owner financing, lease options, working at a higher level in your business, growing a business, marketing, and so forth. So we'll be able to teach you about some of those concepts as well. Look forward to more videos that I have coming out, and I'll catch you guys later.